Today's video is sponsored by Minimal Case. Now, with the release of the new Samsung S20 lineup, you want to make sure that your pricey investment is protected, but you don't want to add a lot of bulk and take away from that beautiful design. And that's where Minimal Case comes in. They have cases available in a bunch of different colors, but they keep everything very simple. You can get things like a matte black, frosted white, and even my favorite, which is the transparency case, where it looks like you don't even have a case on your phone at all. And that's the case that I use on my iPhone 11 Pro Max, and it keeps it protected from everyday use of sitting the phone on rough surfaces and then pulling it in and out of my pocket. Now, if you are interested in checking out the Minimal Cases, just head on over to minimalcase.com, where you're going to use the code Gamesky to get 25% off. And I'll have a link in the description that if you go ahead and follow it, it will automatically apply that discount. And again, I'd like to thank Minimal Case for sponsoring today's video. Alright guys, so today we're going to check out a budget pair of truly wireless earbuds that only comes in at $30. And the pair we're going to check out is the JLab Go Air. I'm very interested to see where they may have had to cut back, or if they had to cut back at all. But let's go ahead and check out some of those features and what it is you get inside the box. Now, the first thing I want to point out is they do come in several different colors. We're going to check out the blue pair, but it's also available in black, green, and even white. And one thing that is very noticeable when you check these out are the size. They are very small. In fact, they're actually labeled to be 20% smaller than the JLab Airs. Now, these do have Bluetooth 5.0, and they even have AAC and SBC playback. They also have an IPX5 rating, so this is a pair that you can go out and about and not have to worry about. It's just not a pair you want to submerge into water. But that's kind of important with these, because I think where these are going to be extremely popular is going to be with younger kids and teenagers. Again, you don't want to invest a whole lot of money, but you still want to make sure what you did pay for is going to be able to survive. Now, as far as the accessories that come with the earbuds, it does come with the usual small, medium, and large silicone ear tips, and it doesn't come with a charging cable because the cable is actually built in on the case. Now, I know some people don't like this. I'm actually a huge fan of this because it's one less cable you have to keep up with, and especially if you're buying this for a kid, it's just a cable you know they're not going to lose. Now, speaking of the charging cable, the battery life on these are just so-so. On the earbuds individually, you're going to get around 5 hours, but with the charging case, you're going to get around 20 hours total. So for a pair that's $30, that's actually very nice. And again, 20 hours is going to get most people through a week, so you can already kind of plan that you're going to need to charge these once a week. And so for $30, I think it's kind of hard to complain. Now, another thing that's actually a nice feature on these is if you pick them up and they are dead, a 15-minute charge will get you an hour's worth of use. And again, I always find that that comes in handy if you forgot to charge your earbuds. Now, moving over to the case itself, this is a very unique case. It doesn't actually have a lid. The earbuds just kind of magnetically snap into it, and the magnets are strong. You can shake the hell out of this case and the earbuds don't fall out. And the other thing on the case is the indicator light. You basically only have two lights. It's going to be green if you have somewhere between 25 to 100% battery left on the case, and then it's going to be red if it's anything under 25%. So 25 to 100 is a large gap, but at least it kind of gives you an idea. Now, moving over to the earbuds themselves, like I said, these are very, very small, so they don't stick out very large in your ears. They fit in very nicely. Getting the right seal is extremely important with these, so definitely make sure to try out the different ear tips that it comes with. But these utilize touch controls, and they control everything. And in fact, on top of being able to play, pause, skip your tracks, and have volume control, you also have the 3 EQ settings that are also built into these as well. It's the same thing with the other JLab earbuds, so you have your bass boost, you have your balance mode, and then you have the signature mode, which we'll talk about that a little bit more in the sound, but I'll go ahead and tell you, you probably just want to stick with the signature mode. Now, as far as you guys that like to use your earbuds individually, you'll be happy to know that you can use either the left or the right. And then the mics on here, I think, are just okay. Again, I wouldn't expect anything special, but it will definitely get the job done during calls. But you guys can be a judge by listening to a test here. Alright guys, so here is a mic test using the JLab Go Air. Again, I think it's doing a decent job of picking up my voice, but this is what it would sound like if you were to take a call. And so now here is a mic test with a crowd noise being played in the background, which you can hear here. And so this is what it would sound like if you were to take a call in public. So now let's talk about the sound. I went into these thinking, okay, it's $30. I can't expect a whole lot out of the sound. And I was actually pretty surprised. Now, I try a ton of different budget truly wireless earbuds and some very expensive earbuds. And I definitely think that these punch above their weight when it comes to price. Now, I do like the fact that it includes the 3 different EQ settings, but I'm going to again say that you need to just stick to the signature mode. And the reason for that is the bass definitely has its punch, definitely has a kick to it. It adds to the somewhat dynamic sound. The treble is nice and tuned up on these, so details never fall flat. I do wish that the mids were pushed a little bit more forward. I still personally, just because I'm a bass head, would like a little bit more boost in the bass, but to get the most out of these with the bass, again, I can't stress enough how important it is that you find the right ear tip that's going to fit in your ear, because if you don't, it's going to sound pretty flat. But if you get a good seal, the bass definitely comes out and it just sounds like a very vibrant sounding earbud overall. Now, as far as the Soundstage and the sound imaging, this is where it's not so special. It definitely doesn't sound like you're in a larger room. I would say a medium-sized room. I don't feel like it lacks when it comes to detail as far as telling where instruments are coming from, but for $30, it's kind of hard to complain. Now, as far as my cons with these, I would have liked to have seen an IPX7 rating, just because I can tell this is a pair a lot of people are going to buy for younger kids, and just having that IPX7 gives you a little bit more peace of mind knowing that if it is dropped into a pool or submerged into water, it will be fine. Now, my only other complaint with these is I would have liked to have seen a little bit more boost in the low end. Again, that's just because I'm a bass head. I do feel like these are tuned a little bit more towards the treble side of things, which is great for people that want clarity and want the detail in their music. But for people that like to feel that little bit of rumble in the low end, they're going to feel like the bass is lacking just a little. But outside of that, this is a definite pickup for $30. I think this is one of those that if you just want to have a backup pair, this will be more than good for that. But a lot of people, just to have a main pair, for $30, you're getting some very nice features and some really nice sound. But guys, that's my review of the brand new JLab Go Air. Thank you so much for checking out this video. Thank you so much for checking out all the other videos. And as always, make sure to stay tuned for more.